Hello everybody and welcome to another video of mine. Today we are going to show your ideas. So in the Discord there is a channel called suggestions and everyone can put their suggestion in there. So today I will be showing you guys everyone's, or at least some suggestions I took out of there that I find interesting, or some that I agree with or do not agree with. So first up we have the retry button on challenges from Spartahi, I think. I might be pronouncing it wrong, but he said it would be useful not to go to the lobby so often. And well, I agree. I would also like a retry button on challenges so I can spam them a bit more. I mean, currently I am max level, so it's not that useful to me, but when you are a lower level, this is quite handy. So next up we have Amadeji21, I think, saying Endgame. He said, I would love to see more endgame stuff from MMOs like in game guilds, guild wars, new items with harder crafting recipes, etc. Just to make clear, I like where the game is going, just want to help the community to make it even more enjoyable for the endgame players. And I'm gonna be honest, for me, I am an endgame player, I'm max level, and my phantom is also max. There's nothing for me to level up anymore. Maybe my katana, but even that does not do any extra damage when you get mastery on it. So yeah, the only thing I can do currently is or grind the Halloween dungeon or grind for the leaderboard. And currently that's what I'm doing, grinding for the leaderboard. But yeah, I hope in the next update, this video is, by the way, before the update. So yeah, I hope they are going to add like guilds or something in the future, and maybe even guild wars. So I myself is in the Infinite guild from Abducted's guild, and I am very curious on how raids and guilds are going to be a thing together. And for the next one we have John Plays 7777, or John Plays 77777, like that. He said, make chest upgrades less expensive. And man, I agree with you. He said, I get they're going to be expensive, but I mean, they're gonna be expensive because it's more storage, but it gets outrageously expensive for no reasons, like 6k gems for 10 plus slots, question mark. And I agree, it's way too much for just the amount of slots that you use. If you think about it, if you want to buy like gems in the shop, it's crazy expensive if you would want to waste that on some extra storage. So like, if you look in the shop, you can also see here you have the extra storage for like 300 Robux, and that's 25. So I also feel like the storage chest must kind of reflect that at least a bit. It shouldn't be the same, but it should at least be reduced by quite a bit. But up to the next one, Jaden the Legend saying, please fix where enemies can still attack me when I'm dead. And he asked, do you all agree? And I do agree as well. Like when you go into Atlantis especially, and those divine guardians, I think all you late game players know those guys, hey? They die and they keep shooting those stupid water balls at you, and you're just stuck in those attacks, and 9 out of the 10 times you die or you have no HP more left. And yeah, it's just really annoying, and I hope they can fix that, because they had it in, I think, snow as well in the start, but after the update they fixed it, I think. So I feel like they can certainly fix that as well. And then up next we have Quest for Elements. Aqua the fourth, I think, said instead of the only way of getting elements being the event shop or the sus vamp or rolling, I think there should be missions that reward you with a random element or maybe a specific one. I don't know, but to be honest, I feel like everything being luck based right now just sucks for the people who are horribly unlucky like me. And I think that sounds pretty cool. Like a good quest where, or maybe like a weekly, because the weekly can sometimes be very hard. Like this, you can see 30,000. I mean, it's not hard, it's just very time consuming, and I'm probably not gonna do it because it's just too boring to do. But if you can get maybe like an element out of it, I think that would be quite cool. Or just separate quests as well. Or maybe like a special or new NPC who would give you that kind of quests, like the pay to win Bill and the homeless girl. So yeah, I do approve of that suggestion. Up to the next one is Corrupted Elements Color by Felix 01234. Yeah, that's it. It's literally 101234. Okay, he said give each element a different color when you use the moves / powers of them, like shiny Pokemons. So as an example, he said Corrupted Fire might be blue, Light might be white instead of yellow. I don't know about that, but you get the concept. Like lightning is purple, earth is gray, etc. I think that concept does really separate the normal element from the corrupted element, because it does do double the damage, which should be more shown than just a glitchy pattern on your element thing. Like you see here, I have like this small animation, like this blue animation, but when you have corrupted, you have like this glitchy animation. And when your abilities have like different colors, I feel like it's gonna be even cooler, and you would definitely be able to see that someone is using corrupted elements. And now up to the next one, we have Change Friend Requests by R4FIQ87. That's a very annoying name. I'm gonna be sorry about that. It's annoying. Please change it to clear 10 dungeons with a player instead of a friend. And I 100% agree with you, and 30 other people liked it as well in the Discord thing. And yeah, it's just annoying that you have to always have a friend with you, or just friend request somebody, or have to add somebody, especially for some of us YouTubers. I'm not that big anymore. I mean, not that big yet, I mean, but like Abducted by Robloxians, he's pretty big, everyone knows him in Elemental Dungeons, and yeah, it's just, he can't add more people all the time, so yeah, that just gets annoying with the friend quest. So I do believe clearing dungeons with just another player should be plenty enough. Up next is Buff These Swords by SL Skeeters. Make mastery also increase the damage, like swords are basically useless unless you want to clear low level mobs, which I like, but swords need a buff to clear main mobs. And I agree, the mastery thing, 100% true. It really needs to scale with the damage. I have it at 138, it does the same as 0. It only scales with I think the, what's it called? Yeah, the skill points. Only scales with skill points, I think. And the upgrades. That's the only thing it scales with. And I think with my element enhancement, it does like 1000 damage at Relentless Forge and 11 upgrades. and that's just not good at all. It's really bad. So I also feel like the stat points of the swords need to be buffed ridiculously a lot, like 3 times as much, I think, or even more. You have to really buff that. Maybe not 3 times, but they really have to buff that a lot. It's really bad to use the stat points for the swords and give them more abilities. The plasma slice is really good, like you see. It has a lot of range, a short cooldown. It is fun to use, but please just add more abilities, add more swords, make them more fun, make them viable for the swords players. They are cool, make them more cool. So up to the next one, we have gems spent stat. I want to say spat. I don't know why. But Tyler Turtle said it would be cool to see how much gems you have spent, and that might be even more handy than you think, because it is not only fun to see it, but it's also handy because you can see how much gems you need to spend before you get your mythic. Unless of course you bought like the chest thing, but I guess you can maybe calculate it out of there. But you can see if you're a new player and you only use your gems for the rolling at the banner or the summons, then you can see whether you are at Mythic Pity, which is 40k gems. So every 40k gems you would be at Mythic Pity. So keep that in mind, because that would be really handy to see. Then the next one might also be the last one, is by 51SL. He said auto delete works after completing a dungeon. Choose what rarity to auto delete. So this is really handy. You have a lot of stuff in your inventory. Maybe it would be handy, like air is the best element, so of course you want to keep that, of course. But you know, sometimes when you clear a dungeon and on accident you pick up a rare item that you just don't want. I just picked this one up because it has like the sword damage. I should like just get rid of it, but I'm just too lazy. So yeah, it's really handy to get all those useless items auto-sold or like auto-deleted. I understand if it would be like a game pass, it would be very annoying if it would be a game pass, but I wouldn't mind because it would solve a problem for me. So yeah, that is the end of the video today. If you guys like this video or want to see more of my content, make sure to like the video, subscribe to my channel and turn the notification bell on. See you next time.